What's going on, everyone? Hope you all had an amazing day. I am just hopping on, gonna do another live stream. Try to do these every day because they're actually super fun. But yeah, today I'm just gonna go over trades we took today, as well as trades that I'm watching for tomorrow. So yeah, let's dive into this. So just kind of breaking things down on ES here, which is overall market, the S&P 500. And we're still hanging out in this wedge here. We did kind of get a rejection here on the top, came back down, but we bounced in the EMA. So let's see what happens tomorrow. See if we can continue up and break through this, or if we get a rejection down to the bottom here. Markets have definitely been coming down in China. We saw a massive pullback today on their markets, which definitely affected our markets today. So so I took two trades today, one on Snow and one on Roku. The first trade I took was on Snow. As I called out yesterday, we were watching for mainly a break above 272, but we're kind of seeing a resistance around 269. So what I did today was at market open, I was watching because yesterday we were really struggling to break this 269 level, and I knew if we could break this level, it's likely that we would see 271. So I actually got an early entry on Snow, almost right at open here, 2 to 3 minutes into open. But yeah, so I entered on Snow, and we're seeing these giant wicks, but a lot of bullish buying pressure on these wicks and continuing to push back up. We ended up seeing up a huge push here. I was up really nicely, but I did not take profits because essentially I actually added on this candle. I bought more contracts, so I added for the break of 269, so then we could eventually push up to 271 today. But as you can see, that did not go as planned. I held through all of this. My stop loss was 266, which was the pre-market low here. And we didn't get a hold below that, so we got this massive green candle up, and I cut my losses somewhere in here. And I figured with this type of stuff, you can always just buy back later, and this is what I tend to do. Is I'd rather just cut my losses and then look to re-enter above 269 when I know the push would really happen. And thankfully I got out because we saw a massive dump the rest of the day, kind of going along with the rest of the market. So we did end up bottoming out and pushing back up here, but that was a huge fall down, and I would have lost all of my money on that. So I wasn't in super heavy, but I did lose a little money on this one. So next trade was on Roku. Okay, so Roku contracts move like crazy. So I did miss the pre-market play here. We got a break up to pre-market here, and then we kind of formed like this flag pattern right here. And I missed this play, but I played the all-time high break. So I entered before the break, knowing that if we broke through, that we'd see some momentum to the upside. So I entered calls. Let's see which calls I entered. I entered 500 calls, 500 strike price calls that expire this week. Instantly got a push up, like a massive push up, and gave us about 15-20%, and made all of the money back that we lost on Snow. So that was another trade today. I took profits quickly because it definitely seemed a little extended, and then it came down with the rest of the market as well. So glad we took profits quickly on that. Yeah, that was a super quick trade. It was literally in it for a minute and made a good amount of money on that. So another trade that I made today but came out flat was Tesla. And I shouldn't have came out flat, but I did. But I played the breakout to the downside on this bear flag. And unfortunately, I just sold too early and made like a little bit of money, but nothing crazy. I think I made like $30 or something like that. But basically came out flat on that. It ended up pushing down a ton, where contracts were up at this point, like I think or no, right here, they were up like 50, 60% already. So a little disappointed on how I played that, but overall it was a pretty good day. Ended like slightly green, so can't complain. But yeah, that is all for today. I think one thing I've been struggling with trading in these like choppier markets is just like giving back profits and not playing things to their full potential. Like take this move for an example. Like this would have been an amazing play. It was a beautiful bear flag to the downside. It broke and then continued all the way down. Even like this right here, you know, that's a 10%, 10-15% move on the contracts right there. So even something like that, like I did not play this correctly. But yeah, I've been doing a really good job at, if I start a day red, I'm easily getting it back into the green, but I'm not doing a good job at taking full advantage of the plays. But it's hard when a lot of these stocks don't have direction. Like if you look at Tesla on the daily, it's just like chopping around here, so it's super hard to hang on to stuff. We're more willing to hold on to things if they have some clear direction. So sorry, I should have brought something to drink here. Let's see. But yeah, I want to like kind of chat just with some of you. Let me make this bigger here. But yeah, I just want to take some time to kind of chat to those of you that are just getting started trading and you're early on in this journey. For those of you that don't know, like I've been trading for 4.5 years now about. I started the day I turned 18, been obsessed with it since, and it took a long time to become profitable and consistent. Blew many accounts down to zero, and there's a lot of doubt when it comes to trading, not only from yourself but from others as well. But I just kind of wanted to encourage you guys to, you know, continue pushing forward, and you have to want this for yourself. So when someone asks you like, what are you passionate about, what do you want to do, what's like a career path for you, or what are you currently working on, and you tell them trading, a lot of times you get pushback, especially from adults, that they'll come back and say, you know, oh, I've tried that, it doesn't work. Or they come back and say, don't waste your time with that, just buy and hold long term. And they talk all this about all these negative aspects of trading, and they talk about how low the success rate and all this stuff. But if you want to be a trader bad enough, you have to ignore these comments and you have to continue pushing forward, because this is just what it is. It's an industry that's looked down upon in many ways until you reach success. Like everything, you'll have people that love to just talk bad about it, but then when you find success in it and you know you're making a ton of money and you're happy doing it, that's when they'll come back and say like, oh, we're like huge supporters, this and that. But yeah, I used to just get so tired of it. Like it got to the point where I didn't even have an interest in telling people that I trade, because I didn't even want them stepping in and basically laughing at me for even trying. But just like, I just want you guys to know that you're not alone. And there's many other traders out there that get told the same thing. But in order for you to be successful at this, you have to push through that. You have to push past that. And it's just not even worth your time listening to those people and their comments, because if someone out there has done it, it is also possible for you to go out there and do it. And it's something that takes a lot of time. So people get discouraged. You know, you're 2-3 years in and you're still not making a ton of money. And then someone comes at you and is like, that's not a real career. I failed at that when I was younger. It's a total joke. Someone comes at you and says that, it's easy to get discouraged and be like, I don't want to do this anymore. This isn't for me. That person was right. And for you to quit. But in order for you to be the 1%, in order for you to be the, what is it, like 95% of people fail at trading on their own, right? If you want to be the 5% that succeeds, you have to push past that. And that's with everything in life. Don't let other people's comments discourage you. If you want it, go after it. I believe in you. I'm here to chat about this stuff. Surround yourself with people that build you up. Don't be hanging out with people that are going to talk crap about what it is you're trying to do. And don't hang out with people that, you're afraid to talk about what it is you're doing. If you're afraid to talk with someone about trading and your dreams with that, that's probably not a person you should even be spending a lot of time with. Spend time with people that are going to hype you up and support you in this journey, because it's a long and lonely journey in many ways. But yeah, I believe everyone can find success in trading. You just have to continue pushing and staying consistent, showing up every single day, being confident in yourself. Like, you have to believe that one day this will pay off, or else you're gonna give up. Does that make sense? Like, you have to know you could be 5-6 years in, still struggling to make money in this market. But if you're confident that one day it'll pay off, you'll keep pushing forward. But there's just so many people that give up too soon. So many smart people that could achieve a lot in this market, but don't, because they do get discouraged. So if this is something you want, you won't even let those comments discourage you. You'll continue pushing forward. But yeah, I believe everyone watching this can go out there and find success in this market. And hopefully I can help in any way. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.